Welcome back everybody to Krastorio 2 with a new background. This is very showdown looking. So first things first, mods have changed a little bit. So we got, as well as Krastorio, we now got Hell mod and Factorio. Factorio should ease the ice train a little, gives all the machines a little bit of a glow. And a few people suggested Hell mod just to help with the calculation, which is a good idea. I haven't really used Hell mod. It's a little bit easier to use than Factory Planner. I was about to say Factory Floor, but no, that's a different mod entirely. But yeah, Factory Planner can be a bit of a struggle, so I'll give that a go. And Terminator, how you doing? Other than that, let's hit continue. Continue. Yeah. So we have a semi-tidy base. And this needs to respect our path. Maybe something like that. Doesn't matter if it's spaghetti. Yet even. As long as it respects the path, is fine. Here we go. This circus could be a bit more of a problem. Another thing I learned as well is that this doesn't need to be 1-to-1, or even 1-to-2. I think it's actually something like 1-to-12. So it's a fair argument for actually putting gears on the belt. Gears are the kind of thing I don't like doing on belts. So, well. As far as signs go, chests. Got the shooting speed. I think that covers everything. Yeah, it covers everything. Is that? Oh. You're bound to Y, that's why. There it is, yeah. T then? Because I move research from T to Y, because I always accidentally press it. Or T, or Y again. UI. Think there's a lot of things to do first things first. First things first, when I was testing, some of this stuff actually ran out. So there's a little bit of progression that's happened between now, last time and now. Like all the iron's gone from here. This coal's almost all gone. Did it actually? Oh. It's balancing down here, so it's fine. Oh. We got our charcoal smelting, got this built up. Powers doing power things. And yeah, I did some measurements in between as well. So I measured out substations in these gaps, those ground tiles. These are a concrete tile that comes with Krastorio. They're really nice. They're 175% movement speed. They're so fast. So I measured this out to allow for 4 belts on one side, and then 4 smelters up the center, and then same again. And I've done a similar thing for steel. I've measured it out previously. Smelting a little bit of steel. As you can see, we're not getting a lot. When I say not getting a lot, I mean barely seeing any, so we do need to get more iron. But before that... I would like to work on the next science card. Be that. And you need uranium. Need low density. I wonder if I can do that one first. Server. Oh no, you're both research servers. Yeah, that's not trivial. Potentially. I think first things first is, because I need more iron, we'll just plug that in. Don't have any trains at all going there. I need to move this track. That'd be one of the next objectives. And I want to keep this spreading out. I also did some measurements with some... I measured this with beacons and smelters as well. So that should Eat those nicely. This. That. I'll walk all the way out here to do this one. Probably about there. Noble, how you doing? I'm doing pretty good. Got my afternoon coffee going on. And throwing down the host too. Very nice. Brewing our... over for poke, actually. Powering the train. Oh, what the... warehouse? Anyway. Swiftly along. Have our iron unload. Yeah. I think we'll just make these iron chests, might as well. Like that. I'm gonna spin these round. In fact, we'll deconstruct all of that. And, by some means, figure out how to get a train in here and run the belts up. Yeah, so we've got this smelting here. This could be a problem, because eventually I'm going to need to route these trains, like, way somewhere else. Because I want to keep extending this across. Across here, doing all the other smelting. So all the smelting that's down here for, like, glass and stuff, I'm going to bring up as well. If that makes sense. Yeah, so we're going to want the track out this way. One of them. There we go. That's how we dodge. That's how we dodge that. On that belt. What's plastic? Yeah, you're not getting cold anymore. Move. Okay. So how are you doing, Snowball? Yeah, he's being well. Oh, we're out of rails. It'd be nice to do a bit of mega basing with this mod too, eventually. Got there. That's Coke, I think. And this is new Coke. So I rearranged these a little bit too in between last time and now. And as you can see, we've got a few more... we've got a little bit more going on. I readjusted the spacing a little bit. So the belt should be a little bit further in. So curves like this actually look right now. Good, thanks. I'm going to bed? Oh, nice. Ew, coal. Want to split that off? Oh, we don't want to send that down there. Now, I might just... I shouldn't do this. This is how these messes are made in the first place. By doing that. Oh, also, how's the UI looking? I had to crank up the... I was going to say crank down, no, I had to crank up the scale quite a bit. What are we making that? Wrong one. So there. Go. Start upgrading this ammo. It's only one machine. Yeah, only one machine. Hopefully it gets it done. I might do that. I might do that. Instead, that way it actually reaches. Drop all that in there. So drop that in there. Hey, cool. How you doing? More faster? It could stand to be more faster, yes. Not wrong. This poor iron belt could stand to be more faster too. I've already finished drills. I'll need to reroute it around all this too instead of going down and through the main bus. That's no good. Something like that. Now I've got a good complement of base bots. They can actually get busy now. Are you actually enjoying Krastorio? Yeah, I'm quite liking it. It's pretty good. Some of them. A bunch of them. Bunch of them. Started a few weeks ago. Ooh, nice. Yeah, it's a good change of pace for a total conversion. It's just not beating your head against the wall like some of the other mods. Ah, you're out of range. Substations. Launched the first satellite twice. Definitely lots of more faster. I think I definitely need a lot more fastering. I'm way behind on where I really should be. No, bad. I'll clear this out. Yeah, because I didn't have a good, clear plan as to what I was going to do on the base. I kinda paid for that. These belts can stay here. Fine. Yeah, coming to you now in... I'm so happy about it. Coming in 1440, which is what, 2k? It's really nice. Like seeing the new compared with the old, the difference, like how how much age, how aged the old monitors are is pretty apparent. Random wobble. Right, that's getting fed again. What tweaks I can do just now? I think that's glass. So this is all meant to be stone derivatives, stone and stone derivatives. So you stone itself, then glass and silicon. That's still play. Glass. It's this one. Yeah, and glass should be over here somewhere eventually. Where I put that track. I'll have to move again. I haven't decided. What trouble is right now, I haven't decided where I want to put the train on those. Whether I want to put them behind or have them come in. I was kind of leaning on putting them on top, like having them come in like that does. Like that come in. But given that it's 2 into 1, I might put them behind. Bounce wires the main bus. Currently it's, what, 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. So this is using a very wide style bus. This is an older style one, where you go 4 groups of 4 and then a gap of 4. Group of 4, gap of 4. That allows for a lot more expansion. Now that way I can add more belts in between if I need to. To try Hell mod? I reckon give it a go. I haven't really used it, but like I gave it a test run before, and it was pretty straightforward, as far as I could tell. Add a recipe. Water. That. Now I think it was here. The quantity thing is the only thing I'm not sure of. Normally for it is 10 by 5 minus 3 on 2. Okay. That's a thing. Well, that's 32 machines. Click on. I have no idea what I clicked on. Ah. And yeah. I'm confused. It's funny because it's still easy to use in factory floor. From memory, Hell mod wasn't good when on multiplayer. The only reason why I'd avoided it for so long. It's pretty much, as I say, it's pretty much the only reason, because I don't like encouraging mods that do that kind of behavior. Good idea is actually feeding it steel. What is Hellmod trying to do? It's a factory plan. It's factory calculator. Oh. There it is, somewhat. Ah, base time there. If I change it to 1 minute... I don't know how to remove these. Add that. $20 a minute? Yeah, like 2 of them. Because it's 20 seconds per craft. And a good target for science is like 60 per minute, which is 1 a second. Now let's type in what I got. I don't actually have that much. I think I got a bit, I think it was like 8.2, 4, 6. Yeah, I was aiming for about 8.2, 8.10. Change to 120, so it's about 100 a minute. Yeah. But let's add the others. Like that. This is what the starter base will eventually try and do. Yeah, so this is no modules, you know, basic base. Go for about 120. Like that. Starting power issues when the Singularity Lab started. I've heard a few people say that. So... yeah, it's 11 machines all across, because the craft time's the same on all of them. Oh, look at that, only 120 gears for all of these. Isn't that interesting? It shows you how much I've overbuilt things. This only needs 3 to supply all of these things. I'm gonna have 3. Yeah, so I can actually supply 120 a minute with that. 440 megawatt of power. Damn, no wonder. That's one nuclear reactor on its own without neighbor bonus. No wonder it's hammering it. Now. Spider research. Yeah, see, I've way overbuilt that. I mean, the obvious solution... or faster double it. I was going to say too, if you see any visual stuttering, let me know. Because that'll be the mismatched frame rate. Not yet.
More subs, more.
More subs, more. Maybe that tier 1. Really appreciate that. Doubly appreciate it now, given all the money I spent. It doesn't take anything away from throwing that sub down. And Kill Bill dropping that host. How you doing, Kill Bill? Long time no see. Hope you've been well. What did I buy? That's the real question is, what didn't I buy? Now, oh, there it is. 5 of those. Was... I bought a new monitor, a new keyboard, a new headset, and a few other things. Been doing good? Wonderful. Yeah, my monitors are now, my old monitors are 10 years old now, so they're really showing their age. I'm doing pretty good. It's a pretty cold day today, though. I'm going to ignore electronic components. Yes, pretty much all of those. Because, what do we make? We make those things. Automation cores. So this is the kind of science base I want to lay down. Chaos, how you doing? Try not to go crazy with the coronavirus? Well... yeah, it's, it depends on your personality, really. That's what I was trying to think. Should add maybe some productivity to it, because I can do those. Components and circuits, eh? Get a new PC. 3 32-inch 1440 monitors. 32s, damn, that's big. That's a big one. Oh, it's there. Wickets. Not getting iron. Getting? Oh no, you're not getting wood. Tragedies of life, not getting enough wood. Yeah. It's actually interesting, even though going from 1920 by 1200 to 2560 by 1440. I've read from Krastorio. Plain and short for me. Difference between vanilla. So this is a total conversion mod that completely replaces the tech tree and the science progression of the game. It also replaces the combat. So it's really a total conversion mod for the game. So yeah, so you have a completely overhauled tech tree. This is... yeah, look. It does... unlike Bob's, however, it doesn't... like, it still makes decent use of the existing items. So, like, I've still got Assembly Machine 1s and Assembly Machine 2s so far. Still got the original furnaces and the steam power. But then it does add a few machines, but it doesn't go crazy. It doesn't go out in a lot, but it's because they're shutting down all your work. Oh, right. Yeah, that hurts. You'll be hit particularly hard. It also, this mod also makes use of wood. So of course it adds greenhouses, which every mod that uses wood needs a way of automating wood, so greenhouses. It just adds a variety of new things, new processes like stone, where it gets unloaded. It goes into a crusher to make sand, which gets smelted into glass. There's one byproduct. Don't look now? Alrighty. You look. Stone can also be crushed down and then filtered. And then you get a silicon out of it, which then can be smelted into silicon, or silica can be melted into silicon. And you can also filter that in a fluid process, and then electrolyze it, producing chlorine and hydrogen, which is the beginning of the whole chemistry process. One of the rare metals here requires chlorine to mine it, so it's a fluid mining process. So there's a hint of that Angel's ores going on, but it's not crazy. The other thing I noticed too about this, but I hadn't spotted before, was that crude oil is finite. It's not a percentage. See, it's 2.2 million. So once that 2.2 is gone, that's it. Gotta find another puddle. So all of the fluids are finite, which is in base game actually. I believe even infinite ores are in, like these being infinite are in base game, but shows up as a percentage, but nothing uses it normally. Yeah, as you can see, oil has been changed color. There's also these gas power stations, which do a pretty good job with the power. Complement the steam nice. These will eventually go on biofuel, but yeah, there is enough similarity. There's enough similarity between vanilla that you can at least bridge your knowledge fairly well, I'd say. And yeah, that's about it, I think, as far as an extended spiel goes. I'm gonna make that. Give it a very generous cap. Right, we need to get the wood going. Hopper, that's here. It. New location. This is why I like having nice spaced out main buses. Really spread things out and fiddle around with them. I don't, admittedly I like it, but I never do it, implement it often enough to actually fully appreciate it. Yeah, that later. What mods would I recommend? So I started out with just Krastorio on its own. Exclamation up mods to see the full list, but I've now got Hellmod and Lightorio added as well now. Lightorio. I'm sure there was something else. How was it? Is that it? I can't think. Yeah, I aim for the most complete experience, the most pure experience. I know a lot of other people add their own warehouses, but even I made that mistake. I added a loaders mod, mini loader, but this has already got loaders in it, so there's no point adding it. Because that has the tendency to bypass the tech tree, or short circuit. I guess you could say short circuit the tech tree, because the mini loaders behave differently to these loaders. And you can defeat, like you could work around the tier that this is aimed at. And you also get these are storage size 500. These are storage size 120, so you already get these warehouses as it is. So you probably don't need a warehousing mod. And these are logistics warehouses. So again, you probably don't need a warehousing mod. I'd say the mod is pretty complete on its own. Or at least that's my feeling on the matter. But as I say, I like to keep it clean and keep the experience as pure as as to way it's intended as possible. Right, that's the copper. Cooper, get to the Cooper. Try to set up angels, pies, and bulbs with space exploration mod and LTN factors mod 2 and a few other mods that give me error one after the other. Hate it so much. That'll... Oh yeah, you can't really mix and match multiple total conversion mods. They really don't agree with each other. There. LTN is nice. I'm not a big LTN fan, personally. There's another one called TSM, which it does a similar sort of thing, but I think it does a lot better than what LTN does. Team LTN. Yeah, can't argue with what Lord Couture did. Pretty good job. Oh yeah, the only downside to Krastorio is the author was obviously a fan of the old iridescent green night vision. Which is unfortunate tragedy. There we go. If you used LDN too long, it's second nature now. I guess it came up at the right time for me. It also probably helped that TSM works like my vanilla one. Green doesn't look great. It's horrible. Thought we were done with it. Well, hopefully there is a Mark II. No. Yeah, there is a Mark II, so hopefully that one does it better than this. Like natural looking night vision? Night vision isn't supposed to be green. I think that was like one of the original mistakes. It's one of those movie things, isn't it? Or movie tropes. Is that night vision is green. Eight. Save. Get the base spots, upgrading that. See, this belt's maxed out. Means it really does need a bit of more fastering. Something else I need to do, which I'm not going to be able to do. Doing either Angel Bulb or Pyro or SpaceX not all at once. Yeah, they'll all conflict with each other. There's no way they'd work. They'd all agree with each other. And they all have their own design philosophies as well. I want 50. What I will do, on top of that, unrestrict this. Get that. Unfortunately, the bots won't return what's in other storage chests already there. I need to use buffer chests for that. But any more that get picked up will go in there. At least recycle some of them. Oh, if I could send some away. Attack. Looking fine now. It's glass, I believe. So now we're playing the fill the belt game. Alright, I move glass. Where does glass go now? There. See, that was backwards. I have a place for plastic, I do. There. My hope, eventual hope is that the base can be progressively upgraded. Batteries up there. Smelter, aren't you? No, not quite. You're gonna Mega Base this playthrough? I think I will. It's probably gonna take a while, just as I get a handle of the mods. But it'll certainly be a laugh. Glass, definitely. Don't want to make that mistake. It was embarrassing when I do that, because inevitably I will do it. As I was saying. Oh dear. Plastic does need to move eventually. Might not move it just yet though. Yeah, so now we're starting to see some real change here. It's good. I think everyone who's been losing their mind to play through so far is starting to see some end to the insanity. End is not. The end is in sight. Get back in my pockets, damn it. No, I can't quite reach it. There we go. I thought it didn't look right. I hesitated, I was like, that doesn't look right. Didn't look right. That's better. Stone. Another base cleaning stream? I suppose more or less, yeah. I mean, the base is pretty clean now, though. I mean, the more I tidy, the better it gets over time. Just one more hour. Just one more tile. Frames. Drop frames is only 65 still. Only that first few that was lost. I think I'm the only one that survived the OBS update, by the way things are sounding. I don't think everyone's having problems. Must be all Mac users. say that because the update specifically affected Mac users. It's like majority of the hotfixes were all Mac based. 10 hours to go. And Glasgow after that. I think it went down into these. A glass. There. Right there. That slides right in. Only business hours. But you know what to focus on. Where's my buttons? There it is. Work you say? It's good first answer, but you want to take a second chance on that guess? Yeah, that's where this should be. Where's the glass there? Is it me, or did you change something? Because everything seems blurry. So I'm running at 1440 now. With the stream scaling down to 1600 by 900. No matter what, it's always going to scale down because I can't stream at 1600 by 2560 by 1440. So I was hoping it would work out. Could try increasing it back to 1080, but the scaling gets weird at those sort of values. Yeah, it should be 1600 by 900 now. Should be a better, in theory, should be a better integer division. Actually, I think 1280 by 720 is an even better one. I'll have to experiment. I'll have a look at it. At least the output scaling actually works correctly now. Before it didn't. Didn't even close to work. The RSP? No, unfortunately. Problem is, even, like... Watch 1920 by 1080 res at 600 by 900. Yeah... It shouldn't have been too bad. The blurriness. Yeah, the problem with streaming at 1440 is you have to bring the bitrate right up to really get any effect. Even 1080, you're not really supposed to do 1080 at less than 10. Can do, eh? That problem main screen 12560, so nobody able to see anything. 100p is best. Yeah, 900 is the best middle of the road. The problem is you can run into scaling problems. I mean, like, let me show you what we're normally dealing with. Where is it? There. It's ridiculous. That's normal. I don't know how people play like that. I can't see anything. It's funny too, I was running that at 115 before. Dune, coming in with that raid. How you doing? Welcome everybody. Come on in. How's your Krastorio going? Have 32-inch monitors? It must do. Turn that off. So it depends on specific games and how the scaling is done. Yeah, it's usually the UI scaling. If it's done badly, there's problem with, oh yeah, seating. That's the problem with scaling. You can't scale 1 pixel to 150%. It just doesn't work. Stuff always ends up blurry somehow. Yeah, it's always you always get some kind of compromise. I had it at 115% before, and I got away with it. Nobody noticed for the longest time. I might need to turn it down to like 140. Just this is a little bit too big. Aliasing. Hey, Gene. Still working Group Sciences? It's a lot to ramp up. Oh yeah, I can. That's how I did set it. Oh no, I did it. I did 115 originally by with the old slider, which let you do it. But yeah, I know you can change it in the config. That's what I was gonna do. Because the 150s, no, it was too small when I upgraded monitors. Oh yeah, I've been meaning to ask you something to seating, but I forgot. I see just because I keep forgetting I forgot what it is now. Can't have been that important. Ramping up science. Wait, so I'm to make it GUI. It was GUI originally. It's too many options. Don't need it. Unless you want to make it like steps of 15 or something. Rating size, so my DPI stays the same. Yeah, so I used to enhancement. So I used to stream at 1080, which was the resolution that I had the game window at, because I ran the game at 1080 on my old. So my old monitor was 1920 by 1200, and I ran the game in a window that was 1920 by 1080, and that was 1-to-1 stream output. But now it's in 2560 by 1440. And the OBS is set up for that, so it records at that, but the actual output's being rescaled down. It's the real-time scaling that's killing it. Stuff gets smaller, yeah. There's no point going beyond 1440. It's just too small. 720. 4 times the size to keep the same DPI, yeah. Yeah. Oh, needing copper. Make batteries. Batteries! Alright, how is everything looking over here? Coke? Oh, actually draining it. It's cut off. It's funny, if you wanted to keep the DPI all the way through the years, all the way from 640 by 480, then you'd be in trouble. 8% GUI because it just looks terrible. Yeah, you don't want to be able to set them. Even the presets is pretty ordinary. DPI, it's a little bit on the fine side for DPI, but it's about as high as you want to go. As I say, it's about on the limit of what you want to go to. On what I was doing. Alright, yeah. This lot. Put it out of the way. also the iron out the way. I'm sure it'll be fine, just around everything to the nearest pixel. Yeah, sounds legit. What could possibly go wrong with that? You take plastic and silicone. Glass as well. Perfect. Open that following. Thank you very much. Facts. Delete all this. Hang on a minute. Hang on a minute. What are you... Oh, settle down. Going? Oh, nowhere, that's why. Well, that one's going somewhere. This one's not. Element resizing of pixel bending and aliasing. Yeah, everything's just pixels. Simples. Totally simples. Nothing weird. There. I need silicone and glass. One below it. Bothers me that I'm doing this. Oh. Pixels is math. Everything in computer language is bits and bytes and bleeps and bloops. Right, there, crafting, excellent. There's almost a semblance of a main bus here too, which is also extraordinary. Wouldn't you believe it? Right. Mighty. Oh, yeah. Pointing way off there. And concede that anything is an actual improvement outside, don't have to worry about indigenous conversions above driver layer. Yeah, praise that substation. It fixes all problems. Act. Suitably go. That's better. Spend large round here. Use substations for everything. Even though they're considerably more expensive. Should be having stonks of all that. So, start with that and work our way backwards. 50 electronic components. Like a base, maybe we can do a base tour? Given how this base started, that's actually a pretty impressive compliment right there. That's a pretty big compliment. Like, this was a disaster. Praise the grid. So yeah, this base where's spawn? Spawn's down here of all places. So that's where the crash ship was when you start out. When... I have to bring up the comment again. When the crash landed, Millennial is looking for his avocado toast. Something like that. It was a YouTube comment. It was fantastic. Yeah, so down here we have our... Let's zoom out so we can get a picture. So you're standing up here. There's this sort of main production area in science. Down here is where steam power is happening. That's being fed by both coal and wood and solid fuel. Get to, so yeah. Wood production, greenhouses and all that. That's just a four-way balancer that's just been turned inside out. So, above that is coke production. So coal comes in, wood goes in, coke goes out. A little bit of wood gets skived off there. And the rest of the wood goes off to the base. This is our starting copper patch, which is slowly dying. Amaru throwing down that 1st tier 1. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. Yeah, so this becomes the bundle of things that then go up to the base. Lurking up as well. So we have wood, coal, and coke. And there's a 4th belt which isn't doing anything. So they follow this line up and this base. Because some of the coke gets sent off to the furnaces as well. Stone was here, which connected to concrete. We're in the middle of improving the base, so this is where the old smelting was along here. Some more stuff, these are the old coal belts which need to be cleaned up. Should actually get onto now. Like that. So yeah, that's the old one which has got to get moved over to there still. Iron. So here's our smelting. So we've got copper smelting here, iron smelting here. Still got to build more. Steel smelting, and then the next path, which I haven't built yet, and then there's going to be more smelting here. Even more. Which again, as I say, we're in the process of moving, so these got to move up there. There's the chlorine production, which is venting the hydrogen for now. Silicon production, not glass production. Right there. Some room to expand. Glass production's here. And yeah, there's some train unloads for each of the 4 mines coming in. While we're at it, and this robo network a little bit. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. As I say, there's sort of 2 bases happening in one. And it's showing some organisation finally. Outside of that, so there's a mining outpost, nothing dramatic. So like this. And the other thing is the oil base over here. So we have oil that goes into oil refineries. There's our lubricant production, heavy to light, light to gas. We've got some basic switching, so when this goes above 5,000 then it cracks. When this goes above 5,000 then it cracks the heavy oil. That's why it's holding 5,000 there. Lubricant, plastic, sulfuric acid. And lastly is... solid fuel, sorry, second lastly solid fuel. And last thing is these gas generators, which are running on petroleum gas at the minute. I hope to join your game just right now. I don't know. This normally people have been raging over this base being just a complete mess for so long. I think that's actually a good thing that you're hyped. It means it means I'm actually making some progress. Fixing this catastrophe of a base. You're hyped to tear everything down and clean it up. Thing too. Also working on a bit more path respecting. Gotta make sure to respect the path around here. Oh, not specifically around here, more around Neilhouse. But yeah, I started laying out a path using these reinforced plates, which give you a massive speed boost. And yeah, just work along from there. So, the thing I was just working on before was getting these going, which needed a research server, which was the last thing I was looking at. And a research server, that was the 50 components, right. Of which we need to more faster the crap out of. Which means throwing that at it. Lucky base, even though it can be optimized, but depends on playstyle. Take a look at this base. Yeah. That's fairly organized right there. It's fair bit going on there. Looks like you got multiple like copy paste small repeated modules going on there. Night vision's very green. Yeah, the night vision in this restored the green night vision. Sadly. So -1 point for Krastorio for making the night vision green. Not really living up to your name there. Chaos. You going? Oh. That's why. And no, they're all just 222. Not enough chaos, eh? Here come the bots. Make me more things. Make me all of the things. I think I need a more faster plastic now. Even though I'm building it in the complete wrong spot. Alright, players big and high SPM base every time. Base. Yeah. Yeah, this had a bit of a stunted start as well because the biters ate the entire starter base. The entire burner city. So I've sort of been playing catch up since that happened. I put plastic in twice. I have. I mean, it's probably better down there than up there. I pre-allocated the that thing, whatever it is, the purple. Oh, what to do about batteries? They might just end up somewhere. Let's go through and upgrade all these. Don't know how much will get done. Probably not much. This is a lot more than what's in my inventory. Solution is to underground build it. because it uses considerably less belt. What is this overview I've seen when I joined the stream? What is the overview? Overview? Ah, I don't need to do any more. There was an overview? Buttons in the top left corner. Oh, is that these things? Like this is Helmod and the Krastorio wiki. Going on about resolution scalings earlier as well. Ah, right. It's Helmod. I only just added that. That's really inconvenient right there. Oh, I'm gonna bin it. Sure, the defenses will be fine without its ammo build. Well, I need the yellow one. What could possibly go wrong? I just need a yellow one to totally replace it. Factory demands it be replaced, so I must do it. Oh, yeah, the last thing is, before, like, all the intermediate starts, there's this other, like, little mini factory which is making all of the various machines and things. Have this whole bus thing going on. Eventually I'll replace it all with bots. You could be launched? Could be. Not going to. Okay. So... think of it. I could make some more of those. But I'm going to do the servers first. Which is steel, components, and advanced circuits. I need to bring components over to here. Just add it to the fray. I mean fray, I mean disaster. I mean... work in progress. Fine. I think it's safe to say that I need to rearrange a few things. Make some more room for the bus to fit. Seeing tabs. Tabs where you put the stuff in. I mean these. You're not on the latest experimental then, if you don't have it. Look how that thing's still going. What did I say it was? It was steel, wasn't it? Yes, steel and advanced circuits. Take a good bit of braining if I want to make a standardized blueprint. Oh, you're in 17. That's why. This is version 18. That song's been removed. No, it just changes the visual style. You still get all the individual tabs. Don't need that. How many did it need? It needed a few, and then stupid amount. Might as well just shove them all in. I can't like Crow 1.7 applied. Not to CDME. Yeah, we got the belt one still. Also, hi Slazer. Still play Minecraft. Speaking of, I think I was finally able to redeem my bedrock key. Oh, your plate not. How did I not see that one coming? That was always the problem with Minecraft, is the mods would never get updated, because the mod authors would always just have a big tantrum meltdown and say, "Screw you guys, I'm going home." That's the thing. I got tired of the whole modder drama in Minecraft. Version change. That's nothing new. That's been going on for 10 years. Like, there used to be a time, so Minecraft updates used to come as Super Secret Friday updates, even though they were coming on Fridays. For some reason, Notch called them Super Secret Friday updates. And yeah, every time that'd come, a game would update randomly, and everything would just break. Alright, we got our servers. But yeah, I remember the drama of the Better Than Wolves guy and Alaram, and before that, Bucket. Even before Bucket. You know, all those guys, they all had their tantrum moments. It's fast and the changes were heavy. I think it was mainly, a lot of that was really just cleaning up the baseline code finally. I thought you're not able to reload recipes game. Yeah, because of all the changes. And because everything, all the data's so fragmented. The core game's just changed so much. It'd be alright if the base core of the game wasn't so badly made. What's your crafting speed of 1, eh? Eh? Inputs. 4, so... Hmm. 4 as well. I mean, I could do 2 and 2 builds. I don't know how far down the build it'll go, though. I mean, it's 20 seconds. Let's have a look. Help if I added them. There we go. I need 32 of them. Yay. Merging knows about the modded part, so why aren't they giving modders a bit more time? So it's more to do with how Minecraft was historically developed. What is it? It's for planning factories. So I told Helmod that I want to make 240 of the next 2 tech cards in per minute. So it's now telling me how many of these I need per minute. I'm then going to tell it I want 2 of them. And now it says 22. 22 servers. On top of that, I need to know how many... That's 2. Okay. Yeah, so it's a way of planning out how much of anything you need. So for 240 of these, I need 22 of these machines. Not working without being on the server when not playing... Yeah. That's better. Helmod is at least easy to use, but I believe Helmod has multiplayer problems. Yeah, this mod works without being on a server. Why are you running... Like, everything works out a multiplayer server. You don't need to run a multiplayer server for Factorio. It's the same either way. It actually runs better if you don't run it multiplayer. I mean, saying that, there is some advantages, but usually if you don't have a particularly strong PC, you're better off running it on your PC. The play experience will be so much better. Yeah, so 22 of them. Oh, let's do these. I should do some speed boosting. I hope this thing knows... Should inherently know that you can or can't productivity something. Okay. So I need like 30 of everything now. Actually... Change that to there. Slip you under there. Yeah. That's not right at all. There we go. That. There we go. Now we can just expand the hell out of that. Oops. No, you're supposed to be there. Long inserter. So it'll now do its thing. Cool. New module. Yeah, it actually, you can actually see the effect of the productivity offsets the slowdown. It's 21. Yeah, I need about 42. You can see Factorio doing its thing there, a little bit of a glow around every machine. It's really cool. Right, let's do the next layer of tech. So hopefully I can send everything round the back. Down here. There. I think it's time I can set the requests. I'm not used to this new interface though. I'm used to the old grid of 6. I want. Probably still plate. Circuits. $500? Poles? Gotta have substations too. Substations are important. They're the best thing in the game. They are fantastic things. And if I run out of it, I'll quest. Perfect. Okay, why is there none on the way? Did I do it wrong? I do it wrongin'. Yeah, B, how you doing? Maximum, yeah, that's the trash. Ah, that's why. There we go. Works better when you turn it on, doesn't it? Must have hit that at some point. I'm sure someone's going to point out in one of the VODs that turned it off at this point. Got the package? Yes. Any packages? So this thing needs... That's easy, because I've got a thing producing all of them. Fast transport belt. It's a bit of a pain. Those are an even bigger pain. I think those are... 15. Turns off when you die automatically. Ah, that'll be it. What are the plans for this base? To sort of finalize it and get it to endgame. As the current goal. And then maybe mega base set up after that. These were 20 seconds, so I might as well just one-to-one those. If at all possible. That. So now when they have 3 things coming down, uranium and thingies will be easy. Like that. There. That's the soikets. I'll have to push it down a little bit as well, probably down to there. Do it, at least for the initial. And need to make some transport belts up here, I think. These ones. So we've got the circuits, I think already. Yeah, we do. Rocket. That and take cards. It's pretty vanilla, that one, actually. Okay, we'll just pick this up. Let's pop it about... I want one... That one... Here. Right, let's make a new blueprint. Just trim it down a little bit. 8, 12, 16, 20. And let's murderize some trees, because they're in the way. They're in the way in progress. Must be murderized. Around the bots on spawn. What a time to be alive. I never actually noticed that. As I say, I'm a little bit behind the curve with the updates. Oh, so now we've got the next tier of science going. I think because we just passed an hour 30, I'm gonna take a quick break right now. And then after that, we should continue on and connect all this up.